Beautiful people, a wonderful time to truly go into self-evaluation, self-investigation, and therefore removing everything that is not part of your identity. I think many people experience that. Many people may have gone through some sort of transition in the brain or in consciousness, term shifts, like questioning themselves, questioning your life. I hope you're part of it, because it's very, very important to question your life. Questioning that means like, are you having fun? Are you living for a cause, for a purpose? Is everything in harmony and balance in your life? Most of the time people will say, no, 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 I'm stressed out, I'm not particularly living the life I want to live, which is perfectly understandable, seeing the present day circumstances. Then again, as everything in the universe is shifting very, very quickly, the universe is not holding back anymore, and is grounding actually the origin of creation back, in which everything will change. And we have always had the choice to create our life whichever way we want, although it would be great to do that in alignment with divine will, because free will always cut you down in the lowest levels of density, debris, malfunctioning, and not hearing your own voice. So the great power here with moving retrograde with yourself, actually this time around opens great portal points in re-establishing a new life, in which you allow yourself to open up new doors. Because if your life is pretty boring and has more or less no new creator wave into it, like if you're not inventing new stuff all of the time to keep your passion going, to keep your inspiration going, to allow new aspirations in, then something is definitely very stuck, because your true essence, your authenticity is pure creator waves actually. And so we try out new things all of the time. So self-identity is not an easy thing, but we do recognize when things are not in harmony with ourselves that, we may perform a job we don't like. So that is like not part of our identity. It rather kills identity. When we do things like a hobby, we've done that for 100 years, so to speak, and never change that platform, that means you're very stuck, even in creation. So creation demands actually that we renew, we bring renewal, like we bring renewal in the cells all of the time. And when streaming on the old platforms of the soul or the astrological plane that has no logic, then you remain in that stuck pattern. Getting out of it means you realign and open up to what you really love in life. And that at times that is truly not easy to find for many people. And here I would suggest to really try out multiple things, like try to make something in fashion, try to grow a forest garden, try to write a book, try to paint. I mean, whatever comes in your brains, try it out. And you never know what pops or comes out of you. And that is the best way to change actually um, the old density, the old stuck patterns that keeps on cycling and cycling the same boring stuff, so you never actually move out of it. But when deciding to completely turn your life 360 degrees around, then we change actually everything. I've done that, like every 2 or 3 years I completely change my life around, and that is creation. That is allowing a new breath in your life. Depending on your stuck patterns, there is alignment upon alignment, and that is in the search for self the easiest way to move back into your self-identity, which automatically empowers you, is moving into the code of pure strength. Pure strength opens up capacities. Capacities opens up passion. Passion opens up new ideas. New ideas open up new evaluation. New evaluation brings new self-awareness. So, you know, you move into an entire new cycle if willing to do the work with self, because this age is truly about the re-education process of yeah, the entire population actually. And so as the matrix, you know, is losing it, and the crystalline grids, I've been talking a lot about that, are overriding it, while you are wearing a grid. And opening up the power within self means the return of the origin is popping back in, which is the power of the word. As I command, so it shall be. So we can definitely move into that depending on your work with light, your work with the 22 ways of creation, and recreating yourself, because that's the term ways of recreation or creation, and extreme empowerment into which we become uh, yeah, one with the origin, which is one with the star system, which is one with the many alpha omegas, which is being one with everything out there. If we've forgotten how the galaxies work, if we've forgotten how planets work, and we all have that within, then there is some study to do. Then again, not everybody wants to move into the higher levels of knowledge. Knowledge brings authenticity. It's the age of knowledge. It's green light go. And aligning to the age of knowledge, that are the green emerald light cities, the beauty within, in which your own scriptures, your own data system come to life. That is where your life gets interesting, because you get information upon information, and with these messages you start to recreate, because when you hear your universal light self back into your brain, this time around it's all settled within that capstone on top of the pyramid, that can be reinstalled in your brain, and then your entire consciousness changes multi-directional, and you reconnect to the authenticity of your light vehicle. And that is where the alchemy steps in, applying alchemy on a level from the universal self to the descended self, and merging both ascended descended pieces moves you into an celestial vibration that moves parallel with all the universes. So the capstone is actually, you know, when we look at the eye, it not only opens the eye, it's about the eye and the ear back into its stages of original evolution actually, and back where it was broken we refine with everything that is grounding. I was looking, I'm seeing a submarine there, but something flying in the air anyways. um, but for those, you know, willing to step into that alchemy, I have this alchemy course in 5 huge parts. Each part can be done separately. Or if you only want to move at least into strength, into purifying with a very, very simple technique, then I would suggest just move into the language of light, into the origin of toning the Hebrew letters, and getting the 22 ways in of creation at least streaming through the brain and the energy field, in which you can change consciousness immediately. And that is simply, you know, by applying them like 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night, and knowing them by heart. And then there is a beautiful opening, the crowning glory opens with the power of the English language, and then the higher alchemy opens up with the power of Hebrew, and that is the origin of the capstone and the new tree of life that is streaming in. So if interested and you truly, you know, you feel like you have no identity anymore, you want to shift consciousness, you really want to move forward, but do not want to move into a light body, which I somehow understand, then at least you can do some alignments, so they're offered separately as well. Just hop on my website, have a look at it. There's a free webinar about it as well. And also the new stuff I'm bringing out right here is my new blog and my newsletter, through which you get a lot of free information as well. So subscribing to it, have a look at my blog. Just started it out, so it will all be about the movement into the origin, the opening of the all-seeing eye, and that is definitely not about decalcifying the pineal. I mean, the eye sits within in the entire limbic system, so that is truly opening, moving beyond duality or the binary system into the trinary system, that is the capstone of creation, and opening your own divine eye within, which first moves through the language of light, because that is the origin. So you recreate and redefine, re-identify self from the origin, with at least toning these languages and opening up into the flower and power of life. And then it gets also interesting. So let me know here if you're used to at least integrating the English language. Do you know about the power? What would you like to know about the power of the word? And where do you think you are most stuck? That is what I really would like to hear from you. What is your highest level stuck pattern? I will definitely make a video about it, if we can merge together, because this is the age in which engagement matters, and moving onto a brand new platform with all of us together into the oneness, into the unified fields beyond the dumping of the outer world, right? Okay, thumbs up. Thank you so much for being with me, subscribing, and